Breaking news! Leeds United fans are so delusional. You're delusional. The person watching this is delusional. Honestly, before we get into today's video, some people's comments, some people just don't seem to have any acknowledgement of videos that they just seem to put they just seem to have their own perspective of a video and put like a narrative on a certain thing. Before we do get to today's video, obviously you can tell by today's title I'm going to be going over a new manager who could be coming in the summer. I feel like that's when Leeds United are going to be implementing this tactic. I don't know if a manager will come in now for the rest of the season, just for a short-term basis, and we all know that Jesse Marsch got sacked and he got offered the Southampton job until the end of the season, but he rejected it for the similar circumstances. So it's looking like Leeds United are going to be sticking with Skabala. There's a lot of talk now that he could be taking over Leeds United until towards the end of the season, so we'll just have to wait and see. But today, before we do get to today's video, I just want to go over a comment that I saw yesterday, which was on the Graham Potter video. I don't think Leeds United, some like Leeds United fans, realise that every video that we do, every video that we put out, going to be factual, because at the end of the day we are content creators and we come up with ideas like this whole Graham Potter thing. I came up with the idea. He's not linked, it's not an actual rumour, no one's come out and stated it. I was simply asking, would you take Graham Potter to become the next Leeds United manager, and that was it. But some fans are reacting and think, oh, this isn't true, like where did you even get this facts from, and la la la. And I think to myself, we've got to make content, we've got to make it interesting, we've got to be able to interact with you to make the forum and the community continue to grow. And all because like we're such smaller content creators than like some people, because apparently since I'm not as big as Connor, and because since I'm not as big as Joe, apparently I don't know anything. Apparently I'm stupid for even like implementing my own opinion. I'm stupid for even trying to get my opinion across, or in a sense just speculating on what's going on, because since I'm a Leeds fan doing YouTube, because since I don't have a huge following, apparently I don't really know anything. And to me, I feel like I'm very delusional. I don't understand what I'm going on about. I just I don't know, man. But anyways, so some people's opinions, some people's comments, I don't really call out, but if I see something stupid, then I will. And to me, I feel like we are deluded. We shouldn't be thinking outside the box. We shouldn't have our hopes up. We shouldn't be optimistic. We shouldn't have high hopes or high expectations from the club. You know, we should be going for like people like Steve Bruce and Sam Allardyce, who are going to definitely get us relegated and do exceptionally poor in the Championship. And I feel like that it would be a very positive coming to Leeds United, you know. And I mean, come on, man, it's honestly ridiculous. Graham Potter would be a fantastic fit. And if we're going to be going on about like this type of manager, right, who cares if he's managed Chelsea? Who cares if he's played in the Champions League? Who cares if he's played in Europa League? We're going after managers like the Ferranoid manager, Arne Slot, Iriola. We looked at Nuno, and these people are saying that we're deluded when they're the people who are saying, oh yeah, Pochettino's going to be coming in, Tuchel's going to be coming in. We're very positive that these are going to be coming in. Reality check is, these are the managers who are not going to come in, because they are huge managers. And because since we are linked with these other managers, like Nuno, shall we say, who's played in the Europa League, who's played at a high level, who's managed a top 6 club, apparently, because since Graham Potter's still in the Premier League, who is doing apparently well at Chelsea, and apparently who's in the Champions League, apparently we're all deluded for thinking that he's going to come to the club. And to me, I feel like it's baffling, it's mind-boggling that some Leeds United fans will sit there and think, okay, well, we're not ever going to get that, or we're never going to have a chance. But yet we're going up, are going for higher caliber managers than Graham Potter. And I feel like with the Leeds United players and with how he was at Brighton, he could implement that system. He could implement a better side, or a better formation, a better solid defence, a better solid system for the club than Jesse Marsch did. Then why can't we have hope? Why can't we have expectations, or high expectations, on bringing a decent manager to the club? Because I don't know about you, but I don't want to be floating over relegation for 5, 6, 7 years. I don't. With the calibre of players that we have, the calibre of talent and the money that we have, do you want to be sat over the relegation zone? Because I don't. I want to be pushing up. I want to be pushing up to mid-table. I want to be fighting against these top 6 clubs in the future. But if you want to be sat there over the relegation zone and be happy with that, then that's fine. I mean, you're in denial, in my opinion. Anyways, rant over, but it just annoys me when people come out and sit there and discredit your opinion, pretty much calling you thick, calling you delusional, and it's just I don't know, it's like a waste of your time. Like, why go out your own way just to go out and hate on somebody's opinion, when in reality sometimes you've got to check over your own opinion, your own statement. And usually I don't really interact or listen to anybody's like opinion when it comes to like negativity or like really toxic. But this one, I don't know, it just baffled my brain, so I just wanted to get in, just talk over it. But anyway, guys, rant over. We're going to get into the video now. Sorry about that, but I'm the Leeds United Daily. If you've not seen my face before, I try to bring out Leeds United content on a daily basis regarding transfer news, positive news, negative news, any type of news, and I always try to give an unbiased opinion on it. So if you've never seen my face before, make sure you subscribe as well for Leeds United daily content. And obviously, as you can tell by today's title, we're going to be talking about the new possible manager coming in to replace Jesse Marsch. I know we've spoke about Skubala. There's been a lot of content creators talking about Skubala, and it's like with me, I don't know about you, but I'm 50-50 right now. I'm positive because there was a lot of positives to take out of the Manchester United game. Fair enough, we didn't win or pick up a point at Ellen Road, but with the way he was setting up in the 4-5-1 when defending to implement that mid block, it was very positive to see. Fair enough, there was a little bit of Jesse in that system, but at the same time, he implemented his own tactics, his own way of playing, and it worked. And hopefully we could come up against Everton, who are going to be difficult to break down. I'm going to be doing a match preview on that tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. And it's going to be very difficult when we're coming up against Everton at the weekend, so it's going to be interesting to see how Skubala is going to set up and how we're going to go about things. So yesterday I was doing a lot of research on him. Pedro Martins or something like that is a Portuguese manager who used to manage Olympiacos. Now I think he's in Qatar at this present stage. So Leeds United, obviously, if we was to go get in now, we would have to pay a release clause. I don't know how much, but it's the same with anyone like Nuno, Iriola, all these types of managers, and Slot as well. We need to pay a fee for them, but I feel like it's not going to happen until the end of the season. They're going to probably wait to see if we get to stay in the Premier League, and I guess we go from there. He does play the 4-2-3-1 system, same as Jesse Marsch, but it's very expansive, it's very wide. It's a little bit like this guy reminds me a lot like Bielsa with his tactics. It implements a lot like Bielsa did. He's very offensive. He's a very attack minded, because obviously usually when the best form of defense is attack, high intensity pressing, but not man marking. So there is implements of Bielsa there with a lot of tactics he uses in game, but at the same time he doesn't use the man marking system like Bielsa did. Is more of like a zonal manager like Jesse Marsch, which to me would fit perfectly, because if you compare it to Skubala's last two games, he's played the 4-2-3-1 system, and it's exactly the same type of intensity, same type of pressing, and then we use the low to mid block because he's very cautious when it comes to defense. Like when he was at Olympiacos, he was known for his extreme possession-based football, but more direct. A little bit like Bielsa, where we'll have a lot of possession, but it's very direct. Focuses on positional play as well, so that obviously means that when in position, the players, or he expects players to find space to be able to or come forward or come close, should we say, to be able to implement that extra bit of space for players up the field or across the field, and as well, fullbacks usually overlap, should we say. So like we saw with Luke Ayling and Junior Firpo and the Bielsa, they will in a sense use, instead of using them as width, they would use the wingers as width and use the wing backs to overlap the wingers as well. He uses two centre midfielders, which to me I feel like this is an issue, because obviously with having Rocker, with having McKennie, with having Adams, we're all asking for a 4-3-3 or a 4-5-1, but he usually uses two centre midfielders one box-to-box midfielder, and obviously one who advances the ball up the field. So someone like Mark Rocker who can pick out a pass to like Nonto, or pick up to over the top through balls, and that's the type of manager who he is. And I feel like he would be a good fit as well, because I mean he's a different character to like Jesse Marsh. He reminds me a little bit, like I keep saying, Bielsa, because he will pick his best 11. He won't make like a solid friendship. I mean, to me, I feel with a manager, with anywhere where you go, whether you're working at a factory, whether you're a footballer, you can be nice, you can be just a normal human being, but if somebody isn't doing their job or isn't up to scratch, I feel like then you have to have a stern word with him. And I feel like that's what he does. He gets the respect out of the players, he gets the respect out of the fans, and I feel like that's what we needed from a manager, not someone who's going to dilly-dally around and in a sense blow smoke up your ass, you know. He's not that type of manager, and I feel like Leeds United, we need a little bit of discipline. We need a manager who's going to come into make everything like a structure again, to make everything a little bit more solid, because even with the board, it's just up in the air at the moment. There's no structure, there's no like clear message on what's happening with Leeds United at this present stage. And I feel like he would be a very good manager, maybe more so to come into the summertime, because at the end of the day, who's going to come in for the last 15 games and in a sense ruin their reputation if they get relegated? Because a lot of managers with the likes of Gallardo and Slot and Iriola, they want to have a pre-season. They want to bring in their own players, they want to implement their own, or train the players to implement his system into pre-season and take that into the Premier League, you know. So it's going to be difficult to see what's going to happen. I'm still backing Skabala and his gang, but I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I know this part of the video was a bit more of a rant, but it just frustrates me when people just, I don't know, just speak ridiculous. But anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.